Hey everyone, it's Zach, and we're here to talk about Nostr. So what is Nostr? Well, Nostr is a social network, but it is a decentralized social network. It is open source, and it is censorship resistant. So it's very much like Twitter, but it is decentralized, and it is censorship resistant and open source. And how do they do that, right? What is the difference, really? Well, it's that Nostr is a protocol. Nostr is not a client, right? You can't download the Nostr app on your phone, and there is no web application that you go to and log in. There are, of course, lots of clients available that you can use, and then I'll share a list at the end, and even some that I've tried out. But what this boils down to is that because Nostr is a protocol, a decentralized protocol, and we'll get into how in a moment. But because of that, it's owned by all of the users of Nostr. Unlike Twitter, and all social networks for that matter, and most services and systems, banks, etc., are all centralized. So Twitter's got their own centralized servers that they maintain the code on and can make changes when they decide to make changes. When the company agrees to make changes. Whereas in Nostr, because it's a protocol, all of us users are able to vote for these changes by determining what kind of software we want to run on a relay, which is how all of the users are able to maintain their opinions on what kinds of protocols should be implemented, and they can choose what kinds of protocols to implement on their own hosted Nostr relays. So those are the rules of the network, right? Who gets to vote on their relays? And that is Nostr. It's that protocol. And the rules are enforced. The Nostr implementation possibilities, I'm calling them protocols, but I guess they define them as possibilities, right? It is altogether making up the back end of Nostr. So on the website, their watch website, you can see all of the relays and which NIPs they have chosen to support. So hey, we would like to implement, private messaging. Let's support that NIP. Or maybe we don't think private messaging should be part of Nostr. Then we're not going to implement that. We're going to vote to not implement that, and you can't. In our relay won't support that particular NIP. So if the users are choosing which protocols to run, they're choosing which features that they support and which ones they vote for, by choosing to run those protocols on their relays. And other GitHub explains what all of these different protocols do, what kinds of features come with that, or possibilities, sorry, I should say. And that's how the users vote. In Bitcoin, they use the Bitcoin nodes are able to vote which protocols that they believe and stand by. So how do you access Nostr? Well, here are a list right from the Nostr website. I've used the ones that are bolded and highlighted here, either in the past or previously. I've used Zebedee a couple years ago you can play video games and earn Satoshis depending on how well you do in the game. Thought that was really neat. But I've used Damus recently today to try out Nostr. I guess their claim to fame here is that they're the first Nostr client to be banned in China. It was like the last one I tried, and it seems to be the fastest, smoothest app, at least on the iPhone. And I'll do a quick demo of that here. But overall, I hope this was helpful on how you can learn a little bit more about what Nostr is. Basically, it's Twitter, but it's owned by the people who choose to run particular implementations of the Nostr protocol on their own hosted relays. So have fun, take a peek at some of these apps, and if you are so inclined, let me know what you think. And if you've got any other projects you're curious about or would like me to make a video for, let me know. Be happy to chat. Take care. All right, so as promised, quick demo here of Nostr on the Damus app. So the client I'm using is called Damus. If you go back about a minute in the video, I have a list there of all of the different clients, and the ones are highlighted that I've tried out. But here we are. It's just like Twitter, right? I'm scrolling through. I can see posts from people. I can click on their profiles, see what they've got at the top. Looks like they've got their Nostr public key there and a link out. I can also go back to my own profile. Looks like I can link up my wallet because you can send people Satoshis using Lightning here. It looks like they have an integration with the Albi Lightning wallet. So you can attach another wallet, I'm assuming probably by scanning a QR code. What else we got here? We've got the relay section, which is cool because right out of the box, you've got Damus comes with some relays to make things easy for you. We've got the ability to connect to a relay, which is cool. So like we learned a few minutes back, relays are the nodes, right? They're the software that people are running, saying which Nostr protocols they support, and that's how they vote on which ones are supported by the majority of the network. And it looks like you can connect to your own or anyone that you want to use and support their possibilities, they call the NIPs. So interesting little application. I'm definitely going to be trying it out. Not sure if it's just full of people who are all about, Bitcoin, or if there's more than just that kind of community here. I guess we'll find out in the coming days. But I already got people like NVK on there, looks like, posting things. I've only followed 5 people. But the Damus app seems also to be the smoothest out of the ones I've suggested. But there's plenty. So, of course, you're going to need to do your homework and trust that application when you insert your Nostr private key to log in. So there is that, security potential if you want to think about, where you want to put your Nostr private key, because if you lose that, you lose your whole account. There's no way to recover it, and you'll have to build your identity, your social presence, if you will, from scratch. So I'm sure we could do, and there's all sorts of great information on the Nostr website about all of those things. Yeah, we'll wrap the video there, just showing you a quick little demo that the system works. You can go ahead, like posts, you can refresh posts, requote posts, etc. So if you've got any comments or questions, ZachBitcoin@ProtonMail. And as I use this a little more, I will be sharing out my thoughts and opinions and probably try out some other clients too. All right, thanks for watching and take care.